profession is a vocation most people find uninteresting. For most of them, teaching is a long and tedious process. Some even argue that becoming a teacher isn't satisfying because one will always appear to be a student who is preoccupied with their academics for the rest of their life. People who find teaching solely as a job claim that a teacher has little or no potential of being rich because of low compensations. However, this is just a tip of an enormous iceberg. There is more of teaching people know nothing about. Teaching is a fascinating career, and teachers will always play a pivotal role in nation building and molding the country's posterity. It's also a rewarding job because working with a diverse group of children is as gratifying as witnessing endless possibilities right in front of your eyes. Most importantly, a teacher was never and will never be poor, since he or she will always be endowed with golden wisdom and diamond-like brilliance. More than just that, the value of the teaching profession was further reinforced on January 1, 1977, when the Presidential Decree No. 1006 established the professionalization of teaching. Its relevance was also amplified by the establishment of the Code of Ethics for professional teachers, which accentuates that as duly licensed professionals, a teacher is someone who must bear dignity and reputation imbued with high moral values. And, as bearers of the noblest profession, teachers are anticipated to demonstrate technical and professional competencies while simultaneously abiding with the Code of Ethics. Thus, in its largest sense, the impact of the Professional Code of Ethics outlines teachers' primary responsibilities to their students and defines their pertinent role in students' lives. Albeit I'm already in my second year of pursuing a bachelor's degree in secondary education, I can't deny that I am also one of those people who once undervalued this noble profession. Since then, I've always dreamt of either being a psychologist or a lawyer. I once believed that people holding these degrees are individuals who deserve my reverence and admiration, and that I see myself becoming one of them in the years ahead. Nonetheless, as the years have passed, I've come to recognize that they do not appear to be the tracks I was born to tread. There is one great path that better fits my aptitudes and is way more worthy to be taken, and that is the teaching profession. My mom has always told me that since I was a child, she has already seen my potential of becoming a teacher one day. She was amazed by the way I am capable of remembering important matters, even if no one has told me to do so. I can easily recall dates, events, names, and facts even if I just encountered them for the very first time. Another intriguing aspect of my personality that people have always remarked on is my curiosity and desire to understand why things happen the way they do. I always take the why question with me. Why do fireflies glow? Why do boats float in water? And everything I see, I always wanted to know why they are the way they are. Also, one thing I am passionate about is creating art crafts that I have invented myself. I do this with the use of surplus and leftover materials to save money and also to enhance my creativity. I always make sure that my creations are crafted meticulously, for I love giving my best shot and going above and beyond whatever I do. Lastly, I believe that my kindness and genuine love for children are what distinguish me in the teaching profession. From the first 2 years of my academic endeavor, I have come to realize that diversity is irrefutably prevalent in the field of education. Some acquire knowledge audiovisually, whereas some learn kinesthetically. Others excel in English, while others do well in math. Hence, as a future educator, I must be capable of adapting to this reality. I must practice to manage my class in such a way that confers no seat for all types of discrimination. I must keep in mind that every day, I am encountering students who learn from varied ways and individual faces. Just as Albert Einstein says, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. Thus, my teaching philosophy says, if they do not learn the way we teach, then we must teach them the way they learn. Another way to deal with students' diversity is the development of global education. As a holistic approach to the academe, global education establishes several objectives, one of which is to provide equitable opportunity to educate students about their social community as well as their adjacent societies. It highlights how everything is connected to everything else, regardless of the diversity of their culture, tradition, language, gender, or socioeconomic status. Furthermore, global education is preoccupied with the discovery of answers to global pedagogical challenges. Similarly, It promotes borderless education, which allows it to adapt to a wide range of children's educational needs through new curricular dimensions and opportunities, as well as scientific and technological advances. Therefore, as a prospective global teacher, my role is to be able to work on becoming a proficient educator equipped with enough skills, appropriate attitudes, and universal values. These competencies will pave the way for me to provide time-tested and technologically advanced instructions. In the practice of my chosen global profession, I guarantee that I will be teaching with utmost responsibility, integrity, and efficiency. I will provide my learners a classroom conducive for learning and commendable educational experiences while taking into account respect, sensitivity, and empathy to all the cultures of the nation and the world. I know I still have a long way to go before I can completely accomplish my dream of becoming a global teacher. But today, as I continue to prepare for my chosen field, I have the 4 pillars of my professional development plan with me. The first pillar is to establish excellent and efficient communication. I must create an atmosphere which fosters a positive student-teacher relationship in which both parties are respected and endowed the freedom to exercise their rights. The second is to constantly improve teaching proficiency. I need to make sure that in every session, my students are gaining input from me, be it about life skills or solely academics. The third pillar is time management. Of course, aside from my life as a teacher, I also have my commitments outside the academy. Hence, I have to recognize my targets and learn to manage the time-bound goals I have set for myself. A high ethical standard is the fourth strategy that will round out my 4 pillars. Soon, I will be a professional teacher and a public servant. Therefore, I must be imbued with high moral values to serve the students, the community, and my country with utmost responsibility and integrity. Indeed, global teachers' roles in students' lives do not only revolve around inculcating them with academic knowledge, but also strengthening their worldview of morality. Just as the words of Henry Brooks Adams, a teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. I am a future global teacher, and I promise that my tutelage will raise the next generation of nation builders. I am a future global teacher, and I am a dispeller of dimmed ignorance, a torchbearer of excellence.